Hello, everybody. This is Dante, as I'm sure you already know by now. I am here just to basically share my experience, basically traveling around the world. I was supposed to actually be going to Germany and basically making that my home and teaching English there or doing some of the other things that I've been working on that I think we talked about a little bit. But then I ended up being in Macedonia for 2 months. And then after there, I was supposed to go. And sorry about the noise, I have the windows open because it's kind of a little bit warm. But then I was supposed to go to Turkey for a little while and then go back to Macedonia and start working or looking for work. But then it kind of ended up turning into traveling for a little bit longer. And as it stands right now, I'm currently in Kosovo. I'm in a little village nearby Pristina. And to be honest, I wish I could tell you the name of the village I'm in, but I don't actually know. I know it's by Mitrovica. It's nearby Pristina. We'll go with that. I was just gonna do like a short video because it's been like a week and I haven't posted a video, and like that was like the one thing that I said I was gonna do is I was gonna make sure I made a video every week. So this is a little bit outdated or a little bit late, but I kind of wanted to talk about my experience going into Greece, for other Americans who may be going there. I have the Moderna vaccination, and so I have the little CDC vaccination card where you put your first vaccination shot, your second vaccination shot, and it's just, I think, the standard one that I've seen in America. And when I was crossing the border to go into Greece, I had went into Bulgaria, which is also part of the EU, and I had no issues there with showing my vaccination card. I was able to get in, no issue. But when I went to go into Greece, the guy was like, "Oh, an American." And so I don't know if he was just trying to give me a hard time and be a dick because I'm American or what it was, but he was like, "Oh no, this isn't the right vaccination card. If this was a real vaccination card, it would have a additional CDC stamp." And I've seen other people's vaccination cards from America, not the EU, because I know those ones are different, and they look just like mine. So I'm like, I don't really know what the issue was. And so he basically took my vaccination card, he took my passport, and he told me, "You're not allowed to come into this country," and told me to get out of the line. And so I was like really, really irritated because if you tell me I'm not allowed to come into your country, then why would you take my passport, which would allow me to leave and go to a different country and not be there? So I was very annoyed and very frustrated. And basically, what he did is he went through and processed everybody else on the bus. And then when it was my turn to, when it was basically there was no one else, then I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, like, give me my vaccination card and stuff back if you're not gonna let me in." And then he was like looking at it and like took like 5 minutes, and then he was like, "Okay, it's fine." And he like stamped my passport and let me in. But it was just like, I don't know, he just, I don't, it seemed to me like he just did it just to waste time or just, I, I don't know. I don't know why he did it. It didn't make any sense to me. It is like legitimate. I told him he could call. I think there's a phone number on there. He can call to verify it, like it's legitimate vaccination card. So that was kind of crazy. Um, and then when I was trying to leave Greece, I was in Thessaloniki, which is about, I think, 3 hours from Skopje, maybe four, but 3 or 4 hours from Skopje. And just so anybody knows who's trying to leave Greece and they don't have their own car and go back up to Macedonia, I at least could not find a way to do it. I couldn't find a bus, I couldn't find a train or anything to get me from Thessaloniki or Alexandropolis. From either one of those places, I couldn't find like a bus or a train. And then I even looked up planes because I was like just so desperate just to get to back to Macedonia, and the plane was like 300 and something euros, to go basically 3 hours north, which was like, is a lot. And then it was like 14 hours because it involved me going from Thessaloniki to down north to Athens, and I guess it was like a long layover, and then from there to fly up to Skopje. So when I went to the bus station, because there was a really, really amazingly nice guy at my hotel that I stayed at in Alexandropolis. I want to say his name was Nick or Tim or Thomas. I think his name was Thomas. I forgot his name, but I did say I wanted to remember because he was so amazing. I didn't ask him to do this, but he like sat with me for like 3 hours, calling his friends, looking online, calling different bus stations, trying to help me find a bus to like get to Macedonia, and there was like nothing that we could find. But it was really nice. He was awesome. He was so sweet. I did not ask him to do any of that. I just want to state that because I'm not one of those people like you're gonna, you know. I just asked him if he knew, and then when I asked him if he knew, then he like sat with me and like did all of that. Um, also, so I ended up basically going to the bus station. When I went to the bus station, they told me that I could either go to Bulgaria and see if I could get a bus from Bulgaria to Macedonia, or I could go to Albania and then see if I could get a bus from there to Macedonia, which is so funny because to go to Tirana, it was like 7 hours. And then I think to go to Bulgaria, I don't remember how many hours. I want to say at least 5. And so it's funny they have buses to these two places that are longer, but they don't have a bus that just goes like maybe 3, 4 hours north. But I just wanted to let the people know, if you're trying to go to Macedonia from Greece, it's probably not going to happen unless you have your own car. And also, if you're going into Greece, I don't know, like maybe you won't have this issue at the airport, but if you're going by bus, you may have issues with border control with your vaccination card if you just have like the standard American CDC card. I have the Moderna vaccination. Um, so I don't know. I just wanted to do this video. It's like just a short one just to let you guys know. So